So we're going to do another dance at this time. How many of you guys have seen hoop dancing before? Oh, so that means I really have to come out and do it good, huh? Well, my name is Brian Hamill. I was born for the Ho-Chunk Nation. Anybody here ever heard of the Ho-Chunk Nation? Nobody, huh? Nobody's been to our casino, huh? We got 5 casinos up in Wisconsin. Nobody knew who we were up there until we got the 5 casinos. Now they don't want to know. But the Ho-Chunk Nation, we're a woodlands nation, otherwise known as the Winnebago Nation. You ever heard of that one? Besides the RV, Sleep 7, bad gas mileage. And a Winnebago, if you actually ask people what Winnebago means in the English language, it means dirty, stagnant water. So we don't go by that name. We go by Ho-Chunk. And the reason we got the name Winnebago, it was said that many years ago when they were doing the census, instead of asking us who we were, they asked other people who we were. And they said, oh, you mean the people camped on the other side of that dirty, stagnant water, the Winnebago? And they said, yeah, okay, Winnebago. And that became our name at that time. So, but Ho-Chunk actually means the people of the great voice. And a lot of our different tribal names are actually not what you would think they would be. How many of you guys have ever heard of the Pima Nation right here in Arizona? Do we have anybody here from the Pima Nation? All right. What does Pima mean in your language? I don't know. That's exactly what it means. Pimash means I don't know, leave me alone. How do you think they got that name? It was many years ago. Somebody said, who are you guys? And they said it in a language they didn't understand, and they said Pimash. I don't know. And that's what they became. But they actually go by their traditional name at this time. My wife is from the Dene Nation, otherwise known as, does anybody know the name of the Dene Nation?
Navajo.
What everybody calls it? The Navajo Nation. Anybody here from the Navajo Nation? A few of you, all right. And actually, Navajo actually comes from a word that meant many years ago, it meant horse thief. She stole my heart, but not my horse. And Dene actually means the people. So all of our different tribes, we're actually, we have different names, some that are given to us and some that we actually use as our own. But this dance I'm going to share is a dance that actually represents change as well, and it's known as the hoop dance, and it represents our journey through the circle of life. Within this dance, we're taught that each and every one of us, it doesn't matter who we are, where we come from, the color of our skin, we are all created equal as human beings within that sacred hoop, that sacred circle. It's said that everything we do within our life, all of our goals, our memories, our life's achievements are put into that first hoop. But life doesn't truly begin until we open up our eyes for the first time as infants and we look up and we see our family looking over us and our hoops begin to weave together. We're taught that every time we meet somebody new as a child, as a teenager, as an adult, all of these hoops weave together almost like a web. And they say when everything works in perfect harmony, a beautiful, sacred thing happens. We create the perfect world to live in. Anybody want to know what the rest of these hoops are for?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's marriage. You want to talk about jumping through some hoops. Now within this dance, it tells of life's journey. There's many different stories on the hoop dance as well. In some of our native nations, this dance is still a healing dance to this day. But we're not doing that style out here. In other native nations, it actually tells the story of creation from the beginning of time. Among my people, we tell the story of a warrior that went on a journey. And on that journey, he was trying to discover himself, discover life. And he was looking and he wasn't finding anything. And it was said that he finally stopped, sat down, relaxed, began to open up his eyes, began to open up his heart. And as he was doing that, he looked around. And as he did, he saw an eagle taking flight for the first time. He saw a butterfly emerging from a cocoon. He saw the hummingbirds, the flowers, the sun, the moon, the stars. He saw the clouds in the sky. He saw a warrior hunting out on the plains and defending his family upon the battlefield. And as he watched all of these things, he came back to the encampment. He grabbed the hoop, and instead of telling the story of his journey with words, he began to dance. And as the hoops began to come together, they told of that journey. So my name is Brian Hamill. As I said, I was born for the Ho-Chunk Nation. And today I'm going to be doing my style of hoop dance.
All right, now this dance is a difficult dance to do.
What the dancer does is he dances in time with the drum beats while making all these different formations. Like you said, the basket, the ladder, the eagle, the butterfly. You do have to use your imagination to see all these things in here, but if you look hard enough, you might even see Mickey Mouse in here, Everyone sees something different. As a matter of fact, just the other day at a state fair, I saw Elvis. You do have to use your imagination. But if you see anything that you like, feel free to applaud our dancer here. You can yell, you can scream, you can clap, you can do the wave if you like. Just let him know you're enjoying his dancing out here. The louder you are, the harder he'll dance. He feeds off the energy. And Brian here is actually a very old man. So he needs all the encouragement he can get. And if you see something that you don't like, go ahead and let him know anyways. That's for my benefit. I enjoy that. But Brian here is ranked among the top 10 in the world doing this style of dance. A few years ago, he was ranked 6th in the world. Let's give him a great big round of applause. 6th in the world. Now, granted, there were only 5 other dancers there that year. Take 6. No, I'm just teasing. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Lord of the Rings, 2012 World Hoop Dance Champion in the senior adult division, Brian Hamill from the Ho-Chunk Nation. Let's bring him out and start him off with a great big round of applause.